Alright, everybody, so yeah, um, back for another discussion video on Spider-Man. Um, so yeah, we're going to be talking about the suits that I really wish would return um, in Spider-Man 2 via either updates or DLCs. I would be completely fine, by the way, if Insomniac had like a skeleton team working on this and released it as like a like $10 suit pack in the future. If they're financially incentivized to do it, um, I think that would make them want to do it. And I understand that Insomniac has said that they never really want to do like pay DLC for like skins and whatever, but it's like it's also a pack of skins from the very first game and also one from Miles Morales that I'll talk about when I get there. But I would love to see these returns, so yes, let's get on with it. First of all, though, I want to say that for some of the suits in the game, or in Spider-Man 2, they could easily use a fresh coat of paint. Mainly, the advanced suit in Spider-Man 2, for some reason, is very, like, dull in regards to color. Like, it's not as, like it's very washed out. It looks washed out in Spider-Man 2. And I think if they gave it a bit more vibrancy, it would be better. I personally think that they need to also make the red more red and less orange, because this is more of an orangey red, and I hate that. Um, let's see. Again, if you look into this lighting, it is more orangey than it is red for no fucking reason. Especially when you consider the classic suit that is a bit more of an orangish red, but it's more red than orange. And it makes no sense as to why that is. So yeah. But that's basically that. Let's see where to start. So the Secret Wars suit, I actually wouldn't mind if this comes back in Spider-Man 2 as like either a DLC or in an update or something like that. I am very surprised that they didn't bring this one back. Now, in regards to including suits from this game, and I think Miles Morales, in Spider-Man 2, they said that when they were bringing suits back from the first two games, they had to convert them from I think it was the framework of the PS4 or something like that, to work natively on the PS5, because I guess the remaster just didn't do that for some reason. But yeah, and they either had to convert the suits or possibly remake them from scratch or remake parts of them from scratch. And I understand that means they had to limit how many suits they brought back, as well as, like, since they were adding new suits anyways from both the comics and their original designs. Thing is, though, I would have loved more of the suits from the first game return, as opposed to getting more classic, or getting more original designs. Original designs are fine, but they're not as, like, beloved as the comic suits, and I think that they could have easily brought a bunch of these back. So yeah, the Secret War suit I think is one that they could have brought back. The negative suit I think could have been easily brought back as well, especially since they have the Advanced Suit 1.0 in the game. And this is literally just reverse the colors and put a negative filter and shit over it, as well as add like Mr. Negative's like whatever for the white parts. Like, you can see right here that the white part has this, like, black aura thing that flows within it. So, yeah, they could have easily did that. So, yeah. I don't really care for the wrestler suit, but, Fear itself suit, I would have loved to see this return as well. This honestly just looks like they altered the classic suit just a bit. And not by a lot. They just altered the webbing colors. They made the red blue and the blue like this black with this whatever material. They replaced the spider emblems and added the gauntlets. And yeah, wouldn't have and added lines to the pants. And it wouldn't have taken that much for them to do it. Actually, no, those seam lines are still on the regular classic suit, I think. Or no. Huh. To a degree, the classic suit does have seam lines, but they're not as pronounced as here. But yeah, I would have loved if this suit came back, because I actually really like having this suit at night. It really sticks out. Hold on. Or actually... Let's see, because you do have to do one of these. I'm pretty sure. No?
This is Sable Control, requesting an update on our status in Cathedral. Checkpoint is active. Full battle rattle. Lethal force authorized.
Let's make this at night. Can you see? It just really sticks out in the night because it's like... It has this glow about it, and that's actually what I really like about this suit. It looks really cool.
My friends, the Rhino and the Scorpion are back behind bars. But only after wreaking unimaginable havoc in a reckless rampage with Spider-Man. Hopefully, they'll never see daylight again. But we need to be ready if they do. Normal humans can't stand against the likes of the Rhino. So, here's my proposal. You've heard of police dogs, right? Now bear with me. We train, outfit, and deploy police rhinoceroses. You got a rhino? We got a rhino too, baby!
Bruh. So yeah, I would love to just see this come back. The stealth suit, I really don't understand why this one didn't come back. First of all, you have the green that glows in darkness, which is nice. But also, this suit canonically has multiple colors in the comics. From what I know, there's like an orange color, I believe there's a red color, I think there's a yellow color. They easily could have fucked around with that and added some really cool, like, alternate suit styles with it. I really don't understand why this didn't come back. The suit was legitimately made for something like that in these games. And I don't believe there's been a single Spider-Man game where you've had multiple different variants of this thing. Really could have been, they really could have done something good with this. Velocity suit, I don't really care for the design, so I don't give a shit that it comes back. Spider Armor Mark IV, I would love if this comes back, especially if they give it like the alternate like colors and everything. This suit looks awesome. I love it. It's literally an armor that just looks like a jumpsuit or a spandex suit. And on top of that, you got the green eyes and the green spider logo that glow when it's dark, and they just look awesome. But yeah, 2099 white suit. I'm a bit surprised this didn't come back, but at the same time, they probably just wanted to focus on the 2099 black suit, especially with giving it an actual black fucking color variant. But yeah, I'm just kind of surprised this one didn't come back, honestly. I'd love to see it come back in a future update or DLC. Vintage comic book suit. I am, again, very surprised this one didn't come back, because, like, it's literally this game's version of the classic suit, minus the web shooters, and throw a cel-shaded, like, filter over it, and fuck with the colors a little bit, and it's literally, like it stepped off the page of a comic. It really doesn't make any sense to me. The Last Stand suit. This is probably my favorite suit within this game. It's probably tied with the Spider Armor Mark I, if I were to rank them. But I love this suit. This suit looks fucking badass. I love it so much. Let me switch the time of day again. Let's do sunset this time. Just so there's a proper, like, lighting engine on it, or lighting source on it. This shit looks great. I love this so much. It's... I think I talked about this in my discussion of it. It's literally Spider-Man if he was like a biker, if he had a motorcycle. I believe this is supposed to be an older Spider-Man from a What If or Elseworlds kind of comic. And that is completely fine with me. I just love this design so fucking much. The black jeans, the black shoes, the like leather jacket with the Spider-Man paraphernalia on it. The mask, I know that they're like, I think that they're being true to the comics on that. I kind of wish there was webbing on it. But at the same time, it doesn't look bad. It's just a version of the classic suits mask, or even the advanced suits mask, just without the webbing, and altered the orange color a little bit, or orangish red color a little bit. And you have that, especially since Miles got the end suit in his game, and they brought it back for Spider-Man 2. I am insanely confused as to why they didn't bring this suit back to match that within New Game Plus. That would have been nice to have. And I do hope this is one of the suits I hope that they bring back in a future update. It would be great to have it. Yeah. The dark suit, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't bring this back, but also kind of not. It's one of those suits that I hope that they bring back, but at the same time I don't want to lose sleep if they don't. But yeah, they could have done a bunch of different, like, alternate color variants as well. Maybe white and black, or white and red, to match maybe Black Widow's design. Because I think, isn't this given to Peter by Black Widow in the comics or some shit? I think it has something to do with Black Widow. I could be wrong. But yeah, they could have made it white and red instead of black and red for a color variant. They could alter the spider and the lens colors. They could do a bunch of stuff with this suit and as alternate color schemes, and that would be actually really cool. Spider UK, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't bring this back, and I hope that they would bring it back in a future update or DLC. And I saw a video by this dude, I think his name is Vortex, and I think he's a British guy, and at least judging by his accent, and he pointed out some of these like alternate color like variants put out by this guy on Twitter, Marco, I think his name is, where he altered the colors and made the color scheme match the different flags of the UK and Ireland. And I thought that was actually really cool. I think they could do something like that, and that would be really cool. Because this is supposed to be matching the Union Jack, the UK flag, I believe. So yeah, although kind of the wrong shade of blue, but I think they're just matching the comics there. But yeah, I would love to see this come back as well. Scarlet Spider Suit 2. Again, just very surprised that they didn't bring this back. They have the first Scarlet Spider suit. They brought that back in Spider-Man 2, and they even gave it 3 different alternate color schemes for the suit styles. They have the Scarlet Spider 3 suit, but they don't have the Scarlet Spider 2 suit, aka the Kane suit, and I really don't understand that at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you have 2 of them and not bring this one back? It's one of those logic things, like some of the other suits. Spider Armor Mark 1, I fucking love this suit. I have loved this suit. I have loved this suit since the 90s cartoon, where in the last two-parter, they had, what was it? They had, an alternate version of the Peter that we follow in that show. They had an alternate version of him in this, and that was really cool. Then they brought this back or they put this in Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time. That was really cool for Spider-Man 2099, and I played a version of, or I did a playthrough of both those games with Spider-Man 2099 in this suit, and I thought that was actually really cool. I love this suit so much, especially with, like, since they have the ray tracing and everything, and they improved upon it to where You can't play a game mode in that game without ray tracing. I think that this would be badass to bring into the game as well. And maybe they could give it some alternate color schemes, like if they give it like maybe an Iron Man color scheme where it's like yellow and red. Maybe if they invert the colors, like if it's like, I don't know, maybe a silver jumpsuit on top of black plating or something like that. Or maybe just the regular Spider-Man colors or something like that. That would honestly be really cool. Although I can tell that, yeah, that is just this game's, that they altered the game's classic suit to meet this, or to put this on, but, or to do this one. But this is actually really awesome. I love this. This is one of the two that I hope that they would bring back in the future. Or actually three. Right up there with the Last Stand suit. And I would love to have this in Spider-Man 2 so fucking much. Spider-Clan suit, I didn't really care for this, honestly. Like, I get what they were doing in terms of matching the aesthetics of the comic, but they stretched Peter's, like, or they stretched the characters. I don't even think it's Peter in the Mangaverse version of Spider-Man comics. I think it's someone else. They stretched the proportions out way too fucking much, I think Spider-Clan is supposed to be... Isn't he supposed to be like a teenager, like a young teenager? So, yeah, they stretched his proportions out way too much. I really don't care for the way that the mask is. I understand they may be just matching the comics, though. But his other proportions leave the mask to be weird. Shoes or whatever. Backpack, I don't understand why there's no straps. Maybe they're matching the comics, but it's just like, at the same time, it's like... I think it was Shattered Dimensions had this suit as well. Or maybe it was Edge of Time. And they had backpack straps. I really just don't understand that at all. Cyborg Spider-Man, kind of surprised that they didn't bring this back, considering they have a few different things that look like they're from, like, end of the world, like, apocalypse stuff. Like, the apocalyptic suit and the one that's from, I think, an Elseworlds Tale of Spider-Man in, like, a Mad Max style universe or some shit like that. I'm just very surprised that they didn't bring this back, and I hope that they do in a future update or DLC. Into the Spider-Verse suit. This is probably the third one I wish, or I hope that they bring back in a future update or DLC. This suit makes no sense as to why they didn't bring it back. Miles has all of his Spider-Verse suits. All the ones that you can conceivably think of from the first two Spider-Verse movies, Miles has them in Spider-Man 2. And what I mean by that is he has this Into the Spider-Verse, like the main suit he has at the end towards the end of the movie. He has his Across the Spider-Verse suit. He has his Miles Morales, like, I don't know, the costume suit that he had throughout most of the movie. As well as with the cape and everything. He has that. And he has a, in regards to the Leap of Faith, I guess, suit, which is just his Into the Spider-Verse suit with some basketball shorts, I believe some shoes, and I think his hoodie, and a winter jacket, or a winter coat over it. Basically all those layers. They gave Miles a color variant of his the suit that you see at the beginning of his game. They gave him a color variant that matches the colors from Into the Spider-Verse in that. So there's representation there. And everything. It would be cool if they could actually add a character model that was actually the character model from Into the Spider-Verse, but I understand why not. Yeah, and also it matches what's on I think the art book for Miles Morales. So, yeah. Peter, however, does not have this suit in the game for some reason. And I think that they could have added a variant of this for the suit styles that adds the sweatpants and gets rid of the boots, like Peter B. Parker had for most of that movie, as well as maybe another suit style for it with the jacket that he has on. That would be really awesome to have. But yeah, I understand if they wouldn't add those though. But to not bring this back doesn't make any sense. You have the Spider-Man Noir suit from Spider-Verse, but you don't have Peter B. Parker's suit. Or more so, I think this is just Peter Parker from Miles' universe. But Peter B. Parker has basically the same suit and everything. The only difference between them is age and their hair color, as well as their voice. So, yeah. I want this to come back in a future update for Spider-Man 2. I really do not understand whatsoever why this was left off the list. It does not make any sense to me. The Bombastic Bagman suit, I could take or leave. If they bring it back, though, add the Kick Me sign to his back, and add a suit style that just has the black Spider-Man mask that was from one of the issues of the comics. But yeah. Future Foundation suit. This is one that could easily come back, and they could have an alternate suit style for it. So this is the regular variant that they have when they're on regular missions and shit, and just hanging out. However, there is a color-inverted version where they go on stealth missions that is black and white instead of white and black. And then they could do two other alternate ones. Just like the Big Time suit, this one canonically has a reason for including alternate suit styles for it. And I really don't understand why they just didn't. Let me see. The Arachnid Rider suit. I'm very surprised that the suits that were added for the remaster of this game that were also patched into the PS4 version, I'm very surprised that they didn't come back and everything. You think that they would. So they have the Amazing suit from Amazing Spider-Man 1, but then you have the Arachnid Rider suit. And this is really cool. It's a fusion of like stuff from Tokusatsu, mainly Ultraman and Kamen Rider. And I'm just very surprised that they didn't bring this back. I really honestly think that they should bring it back. That would be really cool. The Armored Advanced suit, I'm also very surprised. Like, if you actually look at this, the Advanced Suit 2.0 took a bunch of, or took a few different design elements from this one. I think that this also balances out the colors a bit better in regards to the original Advanced suit. And, yeah, so, to compare it to the Advanced suit, it has the same, like, spider logo and a lot of the same shit. But it has white all over the place. There's no blue to be found. It's all replaced with black. There's black lines all over the place that make it look pretty cool. The spider, you have the legs that like bend into the red with the outline, which I think is what they took for the Advanced Suit 2.0, and that just looks better. That just looks so much better. On top of that, you have armor all over the place. That just makes it look so much better. I think that makes a lot of sense for this. I think that the colors are really good for this, and just very, very surprised that they didn't bring it back. You know? So, yeah. Right, the hybrid suit. They made this better by making the gold more reflective with the ray tracing, but yeah. And then for Miles, so he has the animated suit in his game. That is basically his game's version of this, where they took his character model, or they based the character model on the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, and or from his character design in that. And it honestly just surprises me that Miles did not get his animated suit returned in that. I would love if we could get both the vintage comic book suit, and Miles' animated suit within that, mainly for New Game Plus purposes. That would be fucking great. Also, if they could add a cel-shaded version of the symbiote suit, or the black suit, that would be nice. I would love to see that. Just a comic cel-shaded variant of it. That would be honestly really nice. I'm surprised that they didn't do it already. But yeah. So out of all the suits I would love to return the most, let's see, a top 5. Big Time, because they could add different color variants. the vintage comic book suit, and Miles' animated suit. I'll count those as one. Like, it's a 2-in-1. The Last Stand suit, definitely. Spider Armor Mark 1. Scarlet Spider suit. It's only 4, right? And then the Future Foundation suit. That might be 5 or 6. But, like, I would love for those to return. I'm very surprised that they didn't bring some of these back, considering, like, the possibilities with the different color variants, and then just the fact that Miles has certain suits that have corresponding suits with Peter, or ones that match up with some of Peter's, but they didn't bring them back for Peter, and that makes no fucking sense to me. Some of them I could take or leave, like the Undies suit. Don't really care if that comes back. The Empire State University suit, or the ESU suit. Don't care if that comes back. And yet they brought the fucking homemade suit from Homecoming and Far From Home back. Why? The suit sucks. Like, I know some people love it. I know some people like it for, like, what it represents and shit. Also, it takes a bit of influence from the first Scarlet Spider suit. But this suit sucks. I don't like the design of it, really. I know they were going for maybe a more realistic, I guess, suit that a kid would actually design and wear. Especially considering Tony Stark designed this. But, like, this is really just stupid. I don't like it at all. I like elements of it, but just not it overall. But yeah, so that's basically it for what is it? For all that in regards to the suits that I would love to see return in future updates or DLCs for the game. How many suits is that? I think it's like 18. Let me just see. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep, 18. Because I put these out on a Twitter thread as well. 19 if you count Miles' animated suit. So, yeah, if Insomniac is looking at what people would like in regards to suggestions for the game, bring the suits I've listed here back, please. If you want to be financially incentivized to do it, do a suit pack. Like, you know, but yeah. And you can do color variants of these and everything. That would just be great. Some of these suits are just like, the big question is, why didn't you bring them back? You could have easily, and like, or maybe not easily, but you could have, and like, I don't know. But yeah, so guys, that's basically it. So yeah, I just wanted to have this in a video. So yeah, so I don't really have much else to say, so links description on my shit. Subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next one.